Let me at him!
Hello and welcome to the second game in the best of 3 series between Tiger and Xelsing. This time, Tiger was red last game, so we're going to leave him as red. And if I change the colours, it's going to be between red and blue, I think. So that's not going to work, and that doesn't do anything anyway in this situation. Okay, so this is an orc mirror as usual, and I think is going to be for each of the games, and we're going to see some more tense peon micro. I hope. It's a lot of fun to watch that. The map is quite different though this time. We're playing on Secret Valley, which includes these fountains of health, which are typically believed to be favoured towards orc, because orc have high health units, and grunts specifically can very heavily abuse these fountains of health to get back into the fight very quickly. So you can do some pretty tough camps, and orc specifically can actually creep this camp with pretty much almost the Blade Master and a grunt by itself. They can't take down the dragon, but the dragon isn't too much of a threat when you're constantly healing more for what the dragon does damage. As you can see, Xelsing is a slightly different colour this time, because I'm loading these games, because actually apparently I don't need the replay kit to watch them, which is good for you if you actually get the $15 Patreon thingy, which I give you the replay packs to watch. I need to put in the replay kit, maybe fit that into the download link or something like that, because some people were saying they're having problems watching the replays. I use a program called Replay Kit, which allows you to watch almost, and I believe, I would say almost, I can't guarantee it, almost every single video, rather replay, that is played Warcraft 3, because the problem with Warcraft 3, with War 3 Arena and some of these professional games, is they're played on these kind of slightly edited maps that do not work for the normal player. Like if you just have standard Battlenet or Warcraft 3 installed, you can't play these replays. For some reason it just comes up with some error, whereas Replay Kit allows you to load it, but it always puts the players in the colour red and yellow. However, this time, because like I was saying, oh wow, he activated the Bloodlust there, that was nice, but didn't take a hit. That was kind of neat. Okay, yeah, that's why we're seeing Xelsing as teal. So, no big real difference here. Tiger on the chase. Is Xelsing going to go for it? Like I say, you only need a Blade Master and a Grunt to really take down this creep camp. But he stops because he goes into Windwalk there, because he knows Tiger was chasing after him because his Grunt saw it. So now he's actually going back for the kill here. This Warden here, if you're ever playing on this map and you want to, test 1 versus 1, this is going to be tense between these two, by the way, because both players are going to want this Warden, because this Warden, level 3, very easy to kill, drops an item. Oh, he's going for it. Who's going to get the item, though? This is going to be tense. Tiger getting off to a rough start there, although he's forcing his opponent to possibly use his last Windwalk, which he won't really want to do. So he's running around in circles. Is he going to go for the Warden? Is he going to carry on running around? How is he going to play this? Tiger doing some additional damage, so it looked like Tiger was in a difficult spot there, but actually what he did was very clever. He forced his opponent into a position where he would actually be forced to use his last Windwalk, and might have to forego going for that Warden, because Tiger has now used his last Windwalk, and it's going to become a battle between the two Blade Masters for the Warden. Who's going to get the experience? Who's going to get the item? I am so tense. It's got to be Tiger, surely. Oh, there you go. He gets the item. No, he doesn't actually. I think... Oh, I'm pretty damn sure Xelsing picked that up, because that's a clause of attack +6. You cannot buy that from the shop. Both players have a Circle of Nobility. So Xelsing did a really good job there. Whilst Tiger got the last hit, Xelsing was very, very quick to pick up the item there. It's a big deal, because clause of attack +6 is huge in a Blade Master, and particularly early game. Even late game, as you build up your critical strike. So we're seeing 2 grunts, 3 grunts now, move down to the bottom right. It's going to be a case of boots of speed for Tiger, and now he's going to move alongside his Blade Master and his 3 grunts towards the next Fountain of Health. So, like I say, if you ever spun yourself on this map and you're orc, this is one of the first creep camps that you do. Because Gloves of Haste, Claws of Attack. These kind of items are insane on a Blade Master, and you can see how quick and easy it is to creep this camp. And you don't really take any damage because of the Fountain of Health. You can distribute the damage. Looks like Tiger's got a good hit on this Grunt. Is he going to be able to micro this Grunt around well enough to not lose it? Oh, Tiger's trying to get some nice surrounds there, allowing his Blade Master to do more damage. The creep's going to pick off the Grunt. Will Tiger get the experience? Oh my goodness, I'm not sure if I quite caught that. I think Tiger just about managed to get the experience on that. It's so close, to be honest. I really was trying there. Tiger trying to get his Grunt killed by the creeps, activating it. Xelsing just running away, deciding, you know what, it's not worth me taking damage from my Blade Master here. Whilst a unit is ensnared, the creeps ignore it, and they'll go for whatever else is available to them. That's why they weren't attacking the Grunt. They ensnare the Grunt, and then the Blade Master is the only thing that they're interested in. Now, both players have hit tier 2. However, there is a difference. Because Xelsing is being aggressive in Tiger's base, Tiger is not in a position where he can comfortably build his bestiary and his Spirit Lodge, so he's going to be behind on his tech. Whereas you can see Xelsing is comfortably building those tier 2 production facilities in his base without any trouble, really. Tiger just about holding up on this burrow. Xelsing trying to run away this Grunt. It's not going to escape the Blade Master's wrath. There is a Grunt here healing though. Like I say, if you've got an injured Grunt, look how quickly that heals up. That is insane. Literally, just look at that. Whilst you're watching this, also look at the Grunt. Look at the health. That is going up astronomical rates. Fountain of Health is a very, very key strategical mechanic for this map, and you want to make the most of that. Only now is Tiger being able to, get his tier 2 productions. Now, we've got Xelsing in a bit of a pickle here. Can he get out? Of course he can, because he does actually have a Windwalk, so he shouldn't have a problem getting out of this base. It isn't blocked, building-wise, so that was the only thing that Tiger had going for him, and he didn't block it off completely, so maybe a missed opportunity here, because Mazuru, once again the Blade Master popping in there, with his Circle of Nobility, Claws of Attack +6, Gloves of Haste, awesome items here. He's getting ready to creep the next camp after escaping that base. So we've got Shadow Hunter as well, some nice units, another item, oh my goodness, Slippers of Agility +3, that's a big deal. That Blade Master is pimped up, he's level 1 and he's got pretty much a perfect set of items for an early game Blade Master. Meanwhile, we can see Tiger, he's pretty good. I mean, boost of speed, 2 Circlets of Nobility. Blade Masters really benefit from Circlet of Nobility. It's a very powerful low level item, so you really want to pick those up when you can, particularly from a shop. It does look like Tiger's going for his natural expansion now, but because Xelsing's already done it, he's moving on to finish off the next creep camp, which he should be able to do, and I wonder if he's got himself ensnare yet. I don't think he has. We'll see in a moment whether he actually uses it. Now this is something you do with a ranged unit. Well, it doesn't have to be a ranged unit, but preferably a ranged unit. You pull the dragon outside of the range of Fountain of Health. So you aggro the dragon, run away, and then run back, so that way you can benefit, as you can see he is, from the Fountain of Health, whilst the dragon isn't getting any health back. So we got some ensnare. We're going to see what this dragon drops for Xelsing. He's going to take the experience as well when he's Shadow Hunter. Ooh, boots of speed. Well, not boots of speed. Boots of Quell Falas. +6. Yikes. Insane items here for Xelsing. Like, one of the issues with Warcraft 3, it's an amazingly competitive, tough game. But there is an element of RNG, which makes the game exciting, but however can make it somewhat one-sided. And right now, this is looking really good for Xelsing because of those items. Slippers of Agility and Boost of Quell Falas, Agility +6, so he's got +9 Agility, and that's not including the Circlet of Nobility. That's huge on a Blade Master. Really, that is honestly a big deal. Take my word for it. So both players going for the Shop Creek camp. However, Tiger has finished his, and he should be able to move into a position where he can potentially gank here. But he's going to want his Blade Master nearby. Is he going to go for it? Xelsing looks like he's trying to pull these creeps back as much as possible so he isn't trapped in that creep camp point. So if he does get ganked, he's in a position where he can run away quite comfortably. This is going to be pretty tense between these two players right now. Just want to have a quick look. All the peons are coming out for Xelsing. No peons at the moment for Tiger, so the longer this fight goes on for, or this tense sort of stalemate between the two players, the easier it's going to be for Xelsing, because he's going to bring those peons in and he will definitely be able to win the battle coming up. he will not struggle in this fight when you got those peons. Those peons are badass. You do not argue with those peons. He's actually trying to engage with a fight here because he knows his peons are nearby. Meanwhile, Tiger doesn't actually have his peons with him. So Tiger's in a position where he might actually want to get out of here. Scroll the speed. Scroll the teleport potentially, because Xelsing right now is looking very strong. I'm telling you, that is not a fight you want to be. If you're in an Orc mirror, you've got very similar units, but one of you has peons and the other does not. I'm pretty much sure I'm going to put my bet on the one with peons. As you can see, it looks like Tiger is actually having to run away here. And he's lost a lot of units in the production of doing it. Oh my goodness, that Kodo is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He actually manages to devour a raider, but he's not going to get away. He's going to get ensnared in a moment, and that is going to be one less Kodo. That's 255 gold, 60 wood, basically gone for Tiger. Unless he can escape with it. That was actually very clever. I'm impressed. If he manages to keep this Kodo alive, and he's trying to get himself killed by the looks of it, that's a big deal. Tiger actually did manage. If he lost the Kodo as well, that's huge. But one of the mistakes I'd say Xelsing made, although this is me criticising a professional player, is that he didn't keep moving. What I mean by this is when you get hexed, your unit stands still. If it gets attacked, it starts to move. But what you should do is, as soon as you get hexed, move that unit immediately. It's going to move very slowly because it's just a crab or a sheep or a frog, you know, it's just some random critter. But it's going to move nonetheless. So we should have kept the raider chasing the Kodo so that when it came out of hex, it had a chance to still ensnare the Kodo. Ooh, we're going to get even more tense in a moment. Oh my goodness, Xelsing with your items. Look at this. He's got himself Scroller Healing alongside all those brilliant passive items. Although, Tiger does manage to pick himself up a Legion Doom Horn, which is pretty impressive for Orc. It increases your movement speed and your life regeneration, so you can imagine that's very useful for Orc indeed. However, Xelsing, with Potion of Greater Mana, 300 mana. Well, Healing Wave, I believe, is 90 mana, so that's 3 Healing Waves. And Healing Wave level 2 is probably going to do about 600-ish healing overall, providing it hits all the units. 500 to 600, I would say. So you're going to get like an extra 1500 health distributed amongst your units from that one item. Look at this. Scroll of Healing of the Blade Master. 2 scrolls of healing. Now I know how to play Orc. Look at this. We've got Grunts, we've got Raiders, we've got Kodos, and Spirit Walkers. This is it. It's a tier 2 army. And then you just pump out lots of gold on those scrolls of healing and potions of invulnerability and such. Tiger fronting up with his Blade Master. He can't take too much damage with the Blade Master though. He's got to be a little bit careful with that. As long as he can keep him alive with his Shadow Hunter. This is a really big deal though. Tiger's fighting in a position where he's next to his Voodoo Lounge. He can take Clarity Potions. He can take his Scroll of Healing. He can take Potions of Mana to help himself in this battle. So this isn't a great fight right now. I'm surprised Tiger actually isn't bringing in even these peons from his working production. I suppose he can't afford to at this point because he still needs the gold flowing in nonetheless. Meanwhile, Xelsing still has some spare peons and they're running into the fight. Tiger's trying to pick off Kodos right now. We can see that Xelsing's doing the same. He should be able to pick off this Kodo, which is going to release a Grunt in a moment. Oh, that Tiger with his Blade Master, but Xelsing also on the same level of experience right now. We've got Shadow Hunters running around left, right and centre. Don't know what's going on. Looks like Xelsing's starting to overpower Tiger right now within his own base. He is making the most of those items. He's just been using Potions of Mana, like I've been saying, on that Shadow Hunter, throwing down as many healing waves as possible, trying to keep himself alive, because you want to keep on the same level of army in terms of, you know, battles between your enemy and yourself. Look at them. They're both happy. Xelsing's peons now going down. Actually, they actually decide to retire from this fight. That's an interesting burrow. Didn't even notice that. So Xelsing decides to run away there. I guess it was pretty even, to be honest. He didn't have to run away, but like I say, if you're fighting by an enemy's shop, particularly an Orc shop, it's never going to go well for you. The longer that fight goes on, if they can sort of prolong the fight and keep it going for as long as possible, they can really make good use of that shop and basically give themselves a huge advantage for the battle. Xelsing sitting at 37 food. Got Tiger on 46 food. So Tiger's looking more comfortable right now. However, it does mean Xelsing actually gets opportunity. Helm of Valor, not too bad for the Blade Master. Strength and agility, +4. So this Blade Master's got some insane agility attachments. Plus 19 damage on him. If he can go into late game, hit level 4, specifically level 5, that Blade Master could be doing a lot of damage. We've got a level 4 Shadow Hunter with a Belt of Giant Strength and Mantle of Intelligence. That's more healing. That's more stamina, more health, more damage he can take basically, so that's a good item for him nonetheless. We've got Blade Master, Xelsing rolling in there. He's got all of that damage. Level 3 Shadow Hunter, but has got a Scroll of Healing and a Scroll of Town Portal, so he's going aggressive here, trying to pick off Tiger, managing to pick off a Grunt for free there. That's very nice. This is basically an all-in at this point for Xelsing, although he does have that Scroll of Town Portal. He's done a nice job here. He's blocking off this position here, so I don't know if that's quite deliberate or not. He's actually hexed the radar of Tiger, making it harder for Tiger to move his units in. And he's really going heavy on these burrows here. But it's not really that big a deal for Tiger. It does suck, and it seems to be very effective to just roll into your opponent's orc base and take out the burrows. But does it really matter to someone that's already got the food cap? 49 food out of 50. He can rebuild those burrows, but he's still good. I suppose it gives Xelsing a bit more time to build units and catch up, because he's got a lot of gold. Wow, I don't know what's... Xelsing's me, basically. He has been doing almost no macro this game. 1400 gold. That is pretty much what I would have at this point if I was playing this game. I would be concentrating so much on the micro, I would just look at my base and go, oh, I've got 1000 plus gold. Probably should have done something with that. I do this particularly a lot with Orc, because for some reason I've never been able to get it into my head, the hotkeys for the units. They're not even that difficult. R for Raider, I think it's K for Kodo. Might be D actually. It's not too complicated, but I never feel like I really reliably build units out of my production facilities with Orc compared to other races. And wow, Tiger moving in here. Look at this. Raiders, Kodo, Spirit Walkers looking very strong right now. Wonder if he's getting resources back for this. Oh, we got ourselves another base race. So this looks like, unless this is just something exclusive to these two players and how they perform, is this how Orc ends up every time? Level 4 on that Blade Master, but nowhere near as much additional damage with the items that he has compared to Xelsing's Blade Master. So if we get into a tight fight where Xelsing's Blade Master is going to be the key, you better believe he could potentially end up wiping out all of that army if he can keep his Blade Master alive. He's not actually even using his burrows here with his peons. He's actually just running his peons away because he really wants to escape so that he can build maybe a proxy burrow or something, because he knows he's going to lose his base nonetheless, and putting his peons in burrows isn't going to do that big a deal unless you're possibly focusing the Kodos. It's like the best target you can hit with your burrows at this point versus that. So once again, Xelsing, he's got far few units, but ooh, there's really not that much left for Tiger. Having said that, there's not much for Xelsing either. He is moving a peon out, and he does have this additional burrow hidden away. He's only got one raider though, so his siege capacity isn't so powerful. What he really wants to be doing, oh my goodness, look at that. That Blade Master just focusing so heavily on trying to take down that war mill. Oh, I see, because it's Tigers. So he's actually building a war mill inside of his opponent's base and trying to protect it with his army. So this is going to come down to whoever can protect their last building, really. And there's quite a few of them left. It's bizarre how these work. Isn't that strange? So Tiger looking very strong right now with all of these units. Very powerful. It's going to be hard for Xelsing to move in here, but he is really making good use of these lesser invulnerability potions, because what he'll do... Oh, that is a lovely dodge of the ensnare there with the windwalk. He's going to bring down this war mill, because as long as he... Oh my goodness, he's taking a hex. He's trying to do as much damage as he can without using the potion of invulnerability. He's going to use it in a moment. There we go. He's going to have enough time, even though it only gives him like 7 seconds of invulnerability. It's enough time to take down. He needs to kill this peon though. Oh my goodness, that crit. That key, that plus 16 damage, that was so key. Boom. He loses his Blade Master, but he brings down the last building of Tiger. So that's all he had to do. game over. Even though, you know, Tiger had all those units and that, because he couldn't get that war mill, and that crit, that Blade Master crit, was so crucial, because if that peon just snuck away, that Blade Master would have got killed, but without it, and the peon would have been able to build a building and then take the game. That's so tight. Ridiculous. Very good game. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this. This was game 2 of Tiger vs Xelsing. Stay tuned for game 3, which will be coming up soon on the channel. So subscribe, like and comment. Check the video description for the links, and take care. I'll see you later.